I'm James Merrill. I'm based in Vermont in a small farmhouse in the middle of nowhere in the country. I consider myself an algorithmic artist. I do plotter art, I do on-chain digital art, and I do art installations. And for this exhibition, I'm submitting Breakpoint. I think it's kind of interesting that there's always been almost like this cat and mouse game of, at first it was kind of impossible to own a digital asset. And then in 2021, we figured that out. And now that everyone owns digital assets, they were trying to brainstorm ways of owning them physically. And plotters kind of fit perfectly into that equation, specifically with generative art. And it's brought this kind of resurgence of interest to it. So people are producing amazing videos on like TikTok and Instagram, just showcasing what you can do with these machines. And that is like 100 times more often I see that than maybe a couple years ago. So it's been really exciting as well.
My name is Joanie Lemercier. I'm a French visual artist and I'm based in Brussels, Belgium. I usually work with light in space, but I'm also obsessed by plotter drawings. I've been doing plotter drawings for the past 6 years. And the piece I'm doing for Feral File is called Fine Particles. And it's about an abstraction drawing about air pollution and fine particles in the air.
Yeah, so graph means like to mark or to inscribe, like phonograph, autograph. And so it's like this suffix. And so we're all drawing, we're all making plotter drawings, we're all writing code and then producing drawings from that. So that's where the original name of the show came from. I think that is one thing that all of these artists share, is this passion for creating visual systems, for writing code, for working with software, and for producing exquisite physical drawings.
Hi, my name is Licia He, and I am currently based in London. So I am a generative artist. I enjoy working with physical materials as well as all the digital art supplies we have. So my work is normally really colorful and use a lot of art supplies. So for this exhibition, my piece is called Fictional Lullaby.
Hi, my name is Aleksandra Jovanić. I live and work in Belgrade, Serbia. And I usually say I'm digital artist because I like to explore different mediums inside of digital media. And the title of my piece for Feral File show is called The Space in Between. So I experimented with dry pastels and how to mix them to make gradients and over the stencils. And that worked out pretty well as an experiment a few months ago. And then for this edition of Plus Graph, I decided to utilize that new technique.
The relationship between these drawings that the artists are making and the history of drawing and painting are so interconnected. I think when we do digital prints, they are less in that tradition. When you do a digital print, there's only one material. It's sort of the inkjet embedding itself within the paper. But like all of these artists are exploring different kinds of inks, different kinds of pastels, different kinds of paint.
My name is Iskra Velitchkova. I'm based in Madrid, and I am a computational artist, I would say, because I used to call myself generative, but then I just realized that I can also try to do different things. But always in somehow a collaboration with the machine. I do digital work, cloud work, and other stuff. And my work here is called Anatomy of a Rabbit, but Bird.
Hey, I'm Julien Gachadoat. I live and work in Bordeaux, in France. I'm a generative artist working mainly with plotters. And my artwork for Feral File is called Mineral. I discovered the plotting because I wanted to stop and to slow down a bit, to code something at my own pace and not at the pace of a client. I've used several tools. Now I'm in the process of driving the plotter myself from my tools because it allows some kind of real-time interaction with it.
There's this material quality to these drawings that is so rich and so deep. I think traditional digital prints or normal digital prints just sort of sit on the surface of the paper, but these are real objects. They have these colors that reflect light in totally different ways. I mean, they really are, in some cases, drawings, and in other cases, paintings. They're just extraordinary objects, I think, and they have a presence that digital prints don't. And that's another theme of the show for sure.
This is something very rare, and like being part of the group and the conversation, I think those insights that maybe are not so interesting for the general public, but for us, like paper, code, and pencil nerds, it's so exciting just to, you know, to see that what we struggle with as an individual artist in a studio, sort of everyone has the same or slightly different approaches, and this what makes the richness, I guess, of what we do.
I was very happy to meet you all for this new show, and having that meeting every Monday was a nice way of motivating myself also to show something.
We come back together and it's like we know each other, and it is like, yeah, we just create a group and we can share. There is no fear of, you know, can I say that or can I share it? Because we know each other. We were just, you know, we connected very well. We shared a lot. I think it was a very generous exhibition in all senses.
The group is just so magical. We're communicating so constantly and across different platforms. I feel like there are times I was switching between different social networks just to communicate with each one.
When you're developing something for yourself, then you're accountable only to yourself. And here we are pushing each other forward and rising the level of the quality of the work, and being the level is higher. So it's really a nice collaboration. And I think we work really good as a group.
You know, I come from a software development background, and when you write software for a company of any sort, you're almost always on a team, and you're almost always having collaborators review what you write before it goes anywhere. And that's in stark contrast to being a generative artist, where you almost never talk about the code or share the code or talk to even other artists about how you do things. So, you know, transitioning to be a full-time artist, it was kind of shocking to me how much I could do without any oversight. And that's very freeing, but it can almost be a little nerve-wracking because you might not know the most optimal way to do things. So just working within this group gives you that. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
I mean, Ferrophile was founded with the idea of group shows in mind, or actually group shows as the priority. I think something extraordinary can happen when artists show together and work together and get to know each other. And both of these graph shows, everybody has shown up, everybody's been present, everybody's been so generous with each other. It's been incredible to watch.